Chicago Blackhawks are the defending Stanley Cup champions. They're currently in a big fight to try to get back into the playoffs. But they are facing, again, after trading away half their team after winning the cup, a huge contract issue with one of their star players. Brent Seabrook is going to be a restricted free agent this offseason. So are goaltender Corey Crawford and forward Troy Brower. But Seabrook's the big name. He's the big guy. He's the guy that the Hawks can't really afford to lose. He's their biggest forward. He is their most physical or defenseman. He is their most physical defenseman. He's the hitter, and the Hawks don't have hitters anymore. Eager and Burrish are gone. Bufflin's gone. All those guys were hitters. Seabrook's a big physical body, and the worst part is that his former teammate Dustin Bufflin just made Seabrook's price tag go up. Bufflin signed a contract for 5 years, $26 million. So he's about a cap hit of $5 million a year. Brent Seabrook's a better defenseman. No matter what the numbers say, Bufflin's an offensive defenseman. He might as well play forward. Seabrook is more of a true defenseman, has a little offense, maybe even still a little bit more upside. But I can't imagine Seabrook taking less money than what Bufflin currently signed for. The problem with the restricted free agents, it doesn't happen a lot, but it happened last year to the Hawks when the San Jose Sharks signed Nicholas Hjalmarsson to an offer sheet. That could happen again to Brent Seabrook if a deal isn't met. With the trade deadline coming up, we're just 4 days away. It's on February 28th. The Hawks really have to evaluate because they've been talking all season now, trying to get this deal done. And obviously, Seabrook is looking for more money than what the Hawks are willing to offer. Otherwise, a deal be put in place. So I think the Hawks really need to evaluate what they're going to do because now's the time to trade Seabrook. If you were ready, I mean, I don't think they're going to trade him, but this would be the smart time to trade him, get the most assets. A playoff team could take him in. You might get some really good draft picks for him. Otherwise, I guess you could try to trade him again before free agency starts, or you'd risk going to an arbitrator, or like I said, having another team sign him to an offer sheet, and then you're going to lose him for just draft pick compensation. And I don't think the Hawks can afford that risk. I also don't know if they can afford to trade him because it's going to be viewed as they're giving up on the season. So I'm not sure what the Hawks are going to do, but something needs to be done, and some agreement needs to come to because you can't afford to lose Brent Seabrook for nothing, or just draft picks. You need a solid player to replace him, and that's not coming from inside the system. I mean, Nick Leddy was a nice piece, but none of these other young defensemen are ready to come replace Brent Seabrook. I just think the Hawks they're going to have real problems ahead. And I think it's going to come to some tough decisions, and I think the ultimate decision is going to be: are they willing to trade someone like Patrick Kane to keep the likes of Brent Seabrook and Patrick Sharp in the future? Because next year, that's going to be the new issue: is Patrick Sharp's contract. Because he's going to be not a restricted free agent, he's going to be an unrestricted free agent after next season. And I don't know if you can afford to lose Patrick Sharp. I mean, he's up in there in age. I mean, he's going to be 30 next year. But I mean, that's not old. He's probably got at least another 5 years to go. And you're seeing how well he's played this year and what he does for Kane and Taves. It's going to be a real tough decision. Hopefully something gets reached quickly because I do not want to see the Hawks lose Brent Seabrook. But something needs to be done quickly because they're not going anywhere right now. They're in a stalemate, and something needs to be done.